Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Coach Ray. How y'all doing in this space? Listen, I am absolutely elated about what's happening. I know that I have been really pushing or trying to push God and make him move a little bit faster, which has honestly caused me to go absolutely nowhere. So previously I had put out that it's go time. I'm so ready. I'm all in. We about to do these videos. I'm doing this thing, that thing. And it turns out that I had so much more to prepare for, so much more that I had to learn. There was so much more that I had to do that I didn't even realize until I got more quiet with myself and got more real with myself to say, you know, you ain't ready, right? Is that just me? Or like, I mean, I don't mind if it's just me, but I promise you, it always seems that for me, I want everything to be like boom, 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 boom. Like, I love having popcorn in the microwave until we didn't have a microwave, and have got popcorn on the stove before. Take a little bit longer to get it just right. And sometimes that's what God is saying. I want to make sure that God wants to make sure that his people are just right and 100% ready when it's time for us to deliver. So without further ado, Revamp You is officially back ready to get started, to get back outside into the community. Yes, your girl, me, will be speaking more. I am going to be doing more meetings. I'm going to be doing more pop-up locations. I am so elated about what is really getting ready to happen right now. I have the merch coming out. I have everything in place that I need to be in place. And I am just like, God, really? Really? Okay, let me be for real. So I have been writing, y'all. I mean, getting my topics together, and I'm coming through and I'm hitting y'all with some pumps. Okay. So if it's something that I'm saying that's really resonating with you, I'm gonna ask that you push pause, not necessarily on the video, but just push pause on life. Write that little tidbit down and meditate on it. Find the scripture that kind of correlates with what I spoke about, and really just sit there and say, okay, Lord, how do I break this down for my life? How do I break this down for what it is that you have me to do? How do I make this make sense? It's going the one step further to just listening to me or another speaker or another motivational thing, or when you go to church or when you hear it from your parents. I know some of us do not like listening to our parents, but there are key points that go out into our atmosphere, and our spirit is like, ooh, what's that? And instead of saying, oh, what's that? Oh, that's shiny. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that was a good word. And then you go on about your day. Stop, push pause, and do a little soul searching with it. There's a reason why something resonated with you, right? There's nothing wrong with you per se. It's just something that's like, okay, let's dive into this a little deeper. Let's figure out a little bit more. How can I improve myself? Because we are not in competition with nobody else except us. We are trying to be better than our own yesterday. I am not running no race with none of my brothers and none of my sisters trying to be better than the next. I'm trying to be better than me. That's all. That's what my race is about. That running from the devil. So let's tap into this. I'm speaking about exactly what I did. So y'all should know, I'm not going to give y'all nothing that I myself haven't done yet. So I was listening to some really amazing motivational speaking. I was kind of in a rut, and I'm like, man, okay, Lord. So I'll just be transparent, right? For me, even though I have my own business, I am also a home health aide for my mother-in-law, which I absolutely love. And I don't mind that job. It doesn't feel like a job to me. It never feels like work. Like, so when people are like, oh, you going to work? I'm like, sure, if you want to call it that. I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that, because I'm like, I don't know. I'm taking care of my mom. Like, I don't know. That's not work. A few days ago, I get a call from the boss. She's like, hey, some things are going on in the upline with insurance, blah, blah, blah. Nonetheless, long story short, we're not able to pay you. You still have your job. You still have your position, but you're not able to clock in until they pay us so we can pay y'all. And I'm like, okay. And I almost, because I am human, I almost freaked out. I can hear her already freaking out a little bit. And I was just like, listen. And so I immediately thought about, God said he will never leave us or forsake us. This did not spring up on the Lord. He was prepared for this. He made it a point to allow it to happen. So we're going to be freaking out for what? I'm going to be concerned for why? I'm going to be stressed out. How? Because if God allowed it to happen to me, then he got planned. Because when I tell y'all, I'm like, I don't really necessarily need that money per se, but it is helpful. A no more perfect time than that day that she called me, because it was also the day that I was like, okay, the day before my website was finally, and it took me a year to update it and complete it and get it the way that I need it. It's not, we still got some tweaking to do here and there, but that's just because, you know, sometimes I want to be a little perfectionist, and God is like, it's done. Let's go. I didn't ask you to be perfect. Matter of fact, you can't. So get it done. I was like, yes, Lord. I'm like, okay, God, I'm ready. And the next day, God was like, I'm going to make sure you're ready. All right. You know, it's like, it reminds me of the baby birds when they mama's like, honey, I'm tired. You got to go out here for yourself, child. We done with this. I am done. And she nudges her little babies to fly. Honey, listen, first of all, did you ever teach me? You sure I'm ready? Y'all have a meeting about this? Who was all in that meeting? I didn't vote. Was I asleep? Because I don't remember. Y'all said I was the one of your strong ones. Somebody mixed up the paperwork. It makes me think about how real life, like, you was prepared for the nonsense that came to you. So I internalized that and said, okay, God, this really pushes me to really do my business, to really go hard, to really have the foundation, to build in that belief, to do what I have to do, which brings me to what I'm talking about. We always say, I don't know why I got to do this. I don't know why this is happening to me. I don't understand why I got to, and this, and that. And the Lord is sitting back like, why not you? The first time that hit me, I was a new widow. That man was a good man. You got some husbands out here. I'd be like, this is what we left behind. Honestly, to be honest, like, I had an attitude with the Lord, and I said, Lord, I'm sorry. I'm not mad at you, but I got an attitude. Every time I hear a wife talk about how her husband isn't doing what he's supposed to be doing, and then I look at mine and I'm like, he did everything he was supposed to do, and he gone. I have a problem with this. Why do I have to go through this? Why do I have to be a widow? Why do I got to be the single mom? Why do I? And God is like, listen to this song. Tasha Lockhart, Why Not Me? If you don't know it, you should know it. I was in my room. I was crying, and I was feeling really sorry for myself, really sorry for my kids, really just upset about how, yes, I have a new home, and yes, we're moving forward, and it just sucks because I'm moving forward without him. And I'm like, this is insane. Like, why do I got to do this? Then this song came on. And it said, why not me? I'm the perfect person to go through this storm. It won't break me. It won't kill me. I'll move on. I said, no, for real. I was in there boo-hooing, honey, just losing my mind. And I put it, God had told me to put it on repeat. Just put that song on repeat and let it minister to you. Let it hear it. Let it speak to you. Pay attention to the words. Breathe, feel, understand what it's saying. Understand why I chose you to go through this. Don't just ask, why do I have to go through this? Ask, okay, God, you got me going through this. What do I learn? What do I see? And what do I do? You want me to learn something so I can teach something. What is that? I'm always saying there's purpose in our pain. There is a reason for it. When you think of that diamond, the diamond has to go through before it is a diamond, it's got to go through so much heat. Even our greatest testimonies have the greatest pain. Those stories that really hit you is because somebody told a story where they started from the bottom. They started in the gutter. They had no clue how they was going to get up, how they was going to start over, how they going to feed their kids, how they were going to get through the loss of their loved one. Like, the stories that we hear, they're not just stories. And when we understand, they talk about how they overcame the plans that were put in place, the things that they had to do. That's not the wow part. The wow part is when you say, I am at ground zero. I'm literally at the bottom. All I see is up. And I'm not really sure how to go up. Those stories, those testimonies, those people who said, I won't let this stop me. They say instead, why not me? You know what? I got a good heart. You know what? I am pretty smart. You know what? I do know how to create game plans. You know what? I am very loving. You know what? I am actually pretty strong, because not a lot of people that have gone through what I've gone through could have made it this far. So why not you? Now, if you think about it, you've been through some stuff already. You've already been through some stuff. You've already endured. You've already taken the punches. You've already taken some pain. And you're standing. Some of us be staggering a little, barely up there, like an avatar playing a game. Let me stop. But it's so important. It's so important for us to see ourselves the way that God sees us, the way that God created us. It first starts by stop complaining about why. Why this? Why that? Why me? And start saying, why not me, actually? Why not me? When I started realizing what that meant being a new widow, God wanted me to write a book. He wanted me to put a program together. He wanted me to build my business. He wanted me to go out and continue to speak to people. He wanted me to, still work with my clients. And I'm like, man, I don't want to do none of this. Why I got to do any of this? It's beyond me. And he said, there's healing in our doing. There's a process that takes place, but it's through the pain. See, we can't get over the pain. We got to get through it. We're never going to be, we're never going to be the same person that we were prior to. You ever see a caterpillar go backwards from a butterfly to a caterpillar? No. If you have, let me know, because I just kind of want to sit there and see that. But as far as I know, no. Because when God makes changes, he makes it for progression so they can move onward. Why would God better you to revert you back to the non-better you? Don't make sense. So when you say, oh, I just wish things would go back to the way they were. No, you don't. Because what you don't know is what God knows. And what he knows is he has greater for you. He has better for you. He has awesome things already lined up, planned out, covered, shielded, protected, and is waiting on you to push through your pain, to stop saying, why me? And for you to say, why not me? To move onward. It's all right. It's okay if you got to stand up with tears in your eyes and snot in your nose and one shoelace undone and you don't even know where the other shoe is. Whatever it is that you're going through, God is not surprised by it. He allowed it for a reason so that you can get to that destination, that part, that level, this space that he's like, I created this just for her. If he only understood this was just for him. Nobody else can do this job but y'all. You're in your own way. Get out the way. Get out the way and ask God, what did you have me go through this for? What did you want me to learn? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to teach? And move forward. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. So I hope this helped. I hope this helped in some way. And if it did, please like it and share it. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.